Hey guys, it's Meg. I am here this week with a new video for you. This is going to be our standard tarot reading for the week, so if you guys want to get a message from the cards, please come on in, have a seat, and we'll get to our message very soon. I do have some quick announcements to make. First and foremost, everything I have used for this reading is listed in the description. So if you want to find out more about each of the decks, or if you want to add them to your collection, you'll be able to. I have also listed my social media and I've also listed my social media links. So if you want to get in touch with me outside of YouTube, you can. But I have also included a timestamp for the bonus reading. So if you do want to just jump right over the main reading and see that, that's fine by me. Hopefully something in both of these readings will be resonant and helpful to you. Okay. So, I hope you guys are all doing well. I've had a very busy couple of weeks and I'm ready to get back to a sense of normal. It is starting to come back, but it's been a lot the last couple of days. I did have my birthday, so that probably played into it. But on that note, I want to thank everybody that tuned into the live stream. That was a lot of fun. I'm glad. I'm glad I had some participants in it, and I do hope to be able to make live streaming like that a more regular thing. I don't want to exhaust the option too soon, but I also kind of want to figure out my schedule a little bit more, making a more effective schedule for that part of it. So of course it will be announced when I go live next, because I want you guys there if you want to be there, but otherwise those live streams will be available in playback if you can't make it. So but yeah, I'm all that to say, yes, thank you for being on the live stream. If you participated, I really do appreciate you being there. But I am ready for a reset. So hopefully the message that we get from this will allow us to figure out what we need to see on that front. But whatever messages come through will be what is necessary for us to see. And my readings generally are timeless. So if you don't catch this video when it comes out, it is meant for you when you are meant to find it. Okay, so I'm done rambling. Let's get into our oracle for this reading. We have, to start, we have the door to value. Okay. We have the soulmate alchemy, and this represents embracing loving presence. Okay. We have the parrot spirit, watch your words. Okay. And we have the wolf spirit, representing being independent but able to work together. So immediately I'm seeing that there is a need to assess how you are interacting with others. Okay. Because here I'm getting that from the parrot and the wolf. Okay. How are you talking to people? How are you interacting with people? Are you being the best team player that you can be, or are you being a stick in the mud? Right? Again, the main issue here is how are you playing with others? How are you interacting with others? Okay. So there's that. We also want to look at the soulmate alchemy and this door to value here. If you are finding that you're having trouble being present and around other people, it might be a good time to look at how you are, how you're feeling about yourself, because perhaps there's a sense of self-esteem or a sense of your personal boundaries that might be a little bit off, a little bit skewed. Again, this might go back to you not being fully present with yourself. Okay. It says soulmate alchemy here, but I don't. Part of figuring out your energy is looking inside, okay, and doing it in a way that is loving and kind and open-hearted. It's yeah, there's a sense that your self-esteem might not be as strong as you would like it to be, and therefore it's causing you to feel a little bit uncomfortable, perhaps, in social situations. And I think this is why you're being told to, hey, watch what you're saying, watch how you're saying what you are saying, and understand how you're working with others. Are you, it's okay to be independent, but it is also, in some situations, it is also okay to try and figure out your way of working with others. Okay. So, with that message in mind, let's get into our tarot reading for this portion here. Just to put a little bit of a disclaimer on this, I am using a deck that depicts body parts and medical tools. So if you're sensitive to that, please use your discretion when watching this. Probably should have said that at the beginning, so that's on me. No, I don't personally find it too graphic, but maybe you will. So again, disclaimer for this post. But let's see what we need to see to move our reading forward here. Okay. So, first card out. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups. All right. So there is some strong emotion tied to this issue, or whatever issue is causing you to feel uncomfortable. And you know that you're feeling something. I don't know if it's easy for you to actually name what it is you're feeling. So if you're feeling anxious, it's yes, I'm feeling anxiety, but I don't know why. Okay, or maybe, like I said, maybe you can't even, that you're feeling something, but is it stress? Is it anxiety? Is it just a need to move forward or step back? I think there's some confusion here. Okay, you're in touch with it. You know that you're feeling something. What it is, maybe we don't have a good grip on it yet. Okay, so there's the Queen of Cups. Okay, we also have the Four of Cups. Okay, so there is some Four of Cups. So there is some emotion here, and I'm going to answer the question that we got from this Queen of Cups, in that there could be some disillusionment, some boredom, maybe a little bit of dissatisfaction, specifically with another person, but it could be a need for you to maybe look at your part of creating the situation. Because again, we did talk about the self-esteem factor here that might not be as strong as you would like it to be, and that's what's making you feel that's what's making you feel uncomfortable in your situation. But there could also be some things that you're expecting that haven't come to pass, or if they have come to pass, it's not what you thought they would be, and that's again feeding into the situation here. Okay, Eight of Cups, and we also have the Eight of Cups here too. So there is a call for you to just move on from it, as difficult as that might be. This is where we're talking about being present with yourself, and loving and kind is going to play into this, because you're clearly not happy where you are. And part of, if not the root problem, at least part of this is that you're looking for happiness where other people have watered their field. And that's not where, I don't think that's where you are going to find your happiness. Okay? Other people's fields aren't where you are going to find your happiness. And I think dwelling in that anxiety, not being able to see the part of this that you're making for yourself, that's rough. That's certainly difficult. But it may be that you just need to let it go and move on, because you're doing more harm by being in this energy than you are good. You're doing more harm to yourself in that. Okay? So let's see some hidden and clarifying energy. Why are we seeing what we are seeing here? Let's see some hidden energy, please. Okay, hidden energy is our Five of Swords. Yes, Five of Swords. There is something that you've gained in this situation. I'm thinking maybe this might be a perspective that you didn't necessarily have before. However, it has not been the best. It hasn't been what you thought it was. We're going to go back to feeling disillusioned in this situation. Okay. You got what you wanted. You saw what you wanted in the situation. However, it hasn't been what you thought it would be. And I get there, I get there because we're talking about, again, we're talking about working with others and being uncomfortable, and your self-esteem being a little bit fluctuating a little bit, I'd say, but ultimately not being where it needs to be. In that you've seen what you wanted to see, and it hasn't been what you thought it would be, or what you thought it should be. Okay. That's hard. That's a little bit hard to, it's a little bit hard to see, but that's our hidden energy. Let's see what our clarifying energy is. Okay, we have the Moon. So ultimately, things just have not been, things haven't been clear. Things haven't been yeah, things haven't been as clear, straightforward in this situation. And you're doing your best to puzzle it out, but there are things that you potentially are missing. There are things that you're possibly refusing to see. And it's causing you, I think it's causing you to resist moving forward because you're afraid you don't have what you need. And again, you're trying to puzzle it out. It's okay not to have the full story sometimes. Sometimes that can be a detriment, but you're being asked to move on, okay? And whatever, this could be a minimal situation, this could be something that you've really had to struggle. Clearly, you're struggling your way through this right now, but this is something that you've possibly come to suddenly, and it hasn't been what you thought it was. Okay. But with the moon card, you do have your intuition tied to this, and obviously you have a lot of emotion with the Queen, the 4, and the 8 of Cups here. So you know what you feel. You're feeling, okay? You're feeling a lot. Potentially being unable to name what you're feeling, that possibly causing a lot of conflict because, okay, I've seen what I wanted to see, and now it's not what I expected it to be, and I have to puzzle things out without really knowing or being clear where I need to go next. Okay? That's not an easy place to be. Because trust me, I think we've all been there. But let's clarify why we're seeing each of these cards in this situation. What do we need to see? How can we clarify each of these cards here? Okay. So first card okay, never mind, we're getting 2 cards out. We have the Queen of Elixirs here. We're going to clarify that by looking at, okay, we have the 8 of Swords in reverse. So we need to understand that the situation isn't as entrapping as we think it is. This is all in our heads. We feel trapped, we feel sad, we feel scared, we feel disillusioned. We're not happy where we are, but it's an unhappiness that we're making for ourselves. Okay? And we have the ability to move forward. We've always had that ability to move forward. But the thing is, this is in reverse. Okay? So we need to realize that we have the power to shift our mentality. Okay? That could be difficult, that could be scary, and that's okay. I say that because it doesn't feel okay, but there are lessons to be learned in this if we allow ourselves to make the shift happen. Okay? And again, we're capable of doing this for ourselves. So there's the 8 of Swords in reverse. Okay? But we also have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay? So there is a call to tap into our sense of practicality and our sense of groundedness. Okay? Because we have we have what it takes here. We're already nurturing characters. Okay, we already have the sense of motherly energy about us. I'm getting here because we have 2 queens out. Okay, specifically our Queen of Cups, as you have seen before, and our Queen of Pentacles here. So in order to move forward and to let ourselves really do the work we need to do, we need to we need to make a plan and go about it in a practical manner here. Okay. And if our goal is to get out of this uncomfortable mindset, it is going to take some work. It is going to take some energy. Um, but again, a practical approach will do us some good. Okay. Let's see our Four of Cups here. Why are we seeing our Four of Cups? What do we need to see, please? Okay. All right. So for the Four of Cups, we also have the Fool. This is clarifying our Four of Cups here. There's an opportunity for a new start here. Okay. But we need to look at our part of this situation. Because again, I think part of this is that we're putting ourselves in a bad situation because it's all us. Okay, I'm pointing to my heart, but it's all us. Okay, new energy has I think it's on tap. It's ready. It's already there. But we need to make a shift so that we can allow ourselves to move forward. Okay. So there's the Fool. All right. Let's see what else we need to see here. Okay, we also have, again, we are getting the Five of Swords as a repeat card here, but essentially where it's to do with the Four of Cups is that whatever we thought we were getting, however it came to us and however we're receiving it, it is, I don't want to say it is what it is because what you're feeling around this is real and it's valid. If it's not what you thought you were getting, it's okay to be disappointed, and it's okay to be sad about it, but it is absolutely necessary to move on, because this energy and the fact that we have it twice, it's a prominent energy, and moving on is going to be imperative if we want to bring in a new energy. Okay, if we really want to assess and move forward from this Four of Cups energy here, we need to also acknowledge this here. If this energy is not what we wanted, it is imperative to move on. Okay, and even though these birds are black and taking, they're holding the swords here in this card. There's still the bird's energy here, so that's how I'm putting it together. That move on, it's there, it's happening, it's there and it's happening, but it is, you block the new opportunities a little more by not moving on. Again, just harping on that now. Let's move on. So let's clarify our Eight of Elixirs. Okay, Eight of Cups here. Why are we seeing our Eight of Cups here? Okay, we have the Hierophant. So I think when we do make the journey forward, when we do leave behind our disappointments and our hurts and whatever else we're holding on to, we rediscover our sense of personhood, our sense of independence, and maybe we'll feel a boost in our self-esteem, because that's something I think we've been wanting from this situation. Maybe it hasn't necessarily come in the form we expected it to, but we're certainly we're in a place now where we can feel like it is okay to just be ourselves. All right. But we have to get that movement started. We're also getting the Fool. Yeah, we're also getting the Fool. So the opportunity is there. It's up to us to take it. Okay. So there's the Hierophant. All right. Let's see what else we have here. And we also have the Five of Cups. So again, acknowledging our disappointments, acknowledging our disappointments, and knowing that we have a destination to go forward to, and we still have things to take with us. You know, we might not have the material abundance, we might not have the things that we expected to, okay? But there's more to us than those things, okay? And I say it like that because my general definition of this card is that you need to move forward, but you're miring yourself in negativity, and you don't see that you still have a lot of good things left that you can take with you on your journey. Okay? So don't, moving on, acknowledge the disappointment and then pick yourself up and go. Again, easier said than done. And you know how that resonates in your situation, if it resonates at all. But, and I'm saying all of this, again, it's up to you whether you take this message or not. But please know that, I'm with you. Whatever choice you make in terms of this information will be the best choice for you. Okay. So let's see our Five of Swords energy. Why are we seeing this here? Okay. What are we seeing this Five of Swords energy for? Okay. All right. The Four of Wands is the first card that comes up, but it's coming out in reverse. So there's a lack, again, we're tapping back into the lack of stability here. I think this is, again, a lack of personal stability. Because we are moving on, because we are changing, because things aren't as comfortable. The situation you're currently in right now has you really questioning a lot of things. Is what I have personally, physically, between the relationships I have with other people. Are those things really what I want, or am I just hurting myself by holding on to them? Those questions have you feeling some sense of imbalance, because the disappointment that's coming in from looking at all of those things has been a little intense. But the thing is, you want this Ten of Cups energy in your space. You want to feel emotionally peaceful. You want some sense of security in your well-being. Everything that you're hoping to build can be yours on the other side of that disappointment. It's going to take some work to look at, and that's that might be one of the most uncomfortable things that you do in your space and with your life. But getting clear, and I say that out of a sense of irony because we have the Moon card here, getting clear about how you're going to get here, again, is probably part of the imperative. And we can go all the way back to our two queens here. We have our Queen of Pentacles and our Queen of Cups. You're feeling what you feel, you know what you feel, and you're not comfortable with it right now, but you want to be comfortable emotionally down the line. And figuring out how to gain your sense of stability back after this knockdown is going to be part of the goal. Okay. Now I did mention getting clear about this because right now you're not totally clear. We're going to clarify. We're going to get some ideas about how you might do that because we do have that moon card coming through. So let's see our moon card. Why do we have this card coming out right now? All right, judgment. Yeah, we're being called away from our sense of the familiar. I love this. I love this so much because we're being called out of the darkness. Okay, our moon card is important in this because we're being asked to tap into our intuition, and here is where this this unstable, this unlevel feeling is coming in. We know we're not meant to be where we are. We're being asked to move out of it, but it's uncomfortable. It's not, it's uncomfortable. It's not familiar. It doesn't make any sense, but it will. It has a chance of making sense if we can put in the work. Okay, that's also where our intuition is coming in too, because we know we're hearing, we know we have this call, we know we're hearing this call, and again, it is up to us to do the work. Okay. There's the judgment. There's judgment. Okay. And we also have 6 of Cups coming out here as well. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so we're coming out of a place of our own making. It's our own darkness that we're putting on ourselves when we don't necessarily have to. And once we heed the call and assess those, and assess what triggers us, we can get out of that, we can move forward, and we can find our joy. We can find the sense of joy, the sense of happiness, the sense of peace and hope that we've possibly been struggling to find. Okay. Okay. So I'm hoping that makes a little bit of sense here. I'm going to take a bit of a pause for a water break. So this is your reminder to get some fluids in your system if you have not done so yet. Cheers. Okay. So let's move on to the last bit of our reading here. Let's see what else we need to see for this situation. There's a lot here. There's a lot of emotion here, and I want to see tapping back into our need for a grounded plan here. Okay. What else do we need to see? What else do we need to see here? Okay. One more shuffle here. One more shuffle. Okay, so to start off, we have the 7 of Cups. There will always be choices to make. You have a choice whether or not to absorb this reading, to integrate this reading into your intuitive and emotional space. Okay, but more broadly than that, you have every day is a choice. Every decision, every day is a choice, and you have a lot of them in your space. The call here is to choose wisely. because not every decision will be healthy or good for you. Um, where this card comes into play here is that you're being offered the chance to move forward, um, and, but you're also being offered the chance to potentially stay where you are. That's up to you. Okay, that's up to you. So there's the Seven of Cups. Okay, how to help ourselves through this. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands. Interesting that we're getting the Knight of Wands here. We are, again, we're experiencing a lot, but we're experiencing a lot of it and very deeply. Okay, this is where I think some anxiety might be coming in, because at least for me, when I do have an anxiety attack, it's usually a very intense burst of energy that I'm feeling that I don't know what to do with. And maybe that is something that you're experiencing here, where you have all of these things that you need to handle right away, or so you feel. And that's causing you to be scattered, kind of broken, your energy all over the place, and you don't know what to do with it. Part of this is taking all of that energy and figuring out a way of channeling it safely, because you do have a lot of passion, you do have a lot of drive and a lot of energy here, that you have a lot of options in how you process. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of that going on, but again, please be careful in how you're choosing what to do. Again, part of this is not clear, and that's what you're working on getting towards. Okay, so there's the Knight of Wands. Okay, we also have the King of Pentacles here, which is a very interesting card to get in this reading, because to me, the King of Pentacles is, yes, they're authoritative again over their physical surroundings. They know what they have in their space, and they know how to administer that in a way that helps people take care of themselves and take care of themselves, and have more to use if they need to, right? But what is interesting is that, personally, the king is someone who knows what they're about. They know their self-worth and they know their value. This is what we're working towards. You know, if we're looking at our self-esteem, what's triggering us to feel bad about ourselves, why are we stuck in this loop, this negativity loop? This is what we're looking for. We're looking to regain the authority over ourselves and how we feel, what we are. We're looking to gain authority over who we are and how we feel about ourselves. Okay. There's the car going off. I'll take that as confirmation. I don't know if you heard that. But yeah, let's see. Okay, let's see some hidden and clarifying energy, please. What do we need to see? We're getting our Queen of Pentacles coming back out again. Okay. So again, tapping back into our sense of practicality, our sense of rootedness, finding our sense of who we are and amongst all of this change. That's going to take some rooted and practical. It's going to take a rooted and practical approach to find that again. Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm getting chills. I'm also getting very excited about this reading. So let's see what else we have here. We also have the Eight of Wands. Okay, there's a lot coming at you. There's a lot of information being brought in. You're probably integrating um, a lot of intuitive hits, a lot of intuitive hits and emotional downloads you didn't think you would ever get. Um, there's there's a lot here. Again, pay attention also, because you are getting so much coming at you. Again, you're getting so much coming at you that it might be a little tough to process it right away. But don't be afraid to don't be afraid to look at it, because that's what you're being called to do anyway. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we need to see here. Oh my gosh. Cards popping off all over the place now. Okay. Let's see what else we need to see here. What else do we need to see, please? Okay. All right. One more shuffle. All right. So first things first, we have the Ace of Crystals in reverse. So something has been blocked for a little bit, especially in terms of growing financially, growing materially. There's some things to do with your physical wealth that have possibly been the trigger for what you are experiencing right now. And so typically, and there is a byline on that, I don't know if you can see that, but it's manifestation and prosperity. So the fact that this is coming out in reverse suggests to me that there is a blockage of some variety. And again, this is triggered. I feel like saying this may be triggered by some thought processes that you're holding on to, that you're being called to move away from. Okay. And again, this could be part of the thing that you're doing to yourself. Okay. So there's the Ace of Crystals. Let's see. Okay. We have the Sun. I had a feeling this card was going to come out at some point, because there will be clarity in this situation. We may have to work a little bit to find it, okay? But also remember, we have Judgment coming out. So we are coming into a place of brightness, okay? A place of clarity, a place of brightness, where we are allowing ourselves, if not right now, at least down the line, we are allowing ourselves to really come to know and understand what it is about ourselves that we need to work on strengthening, so we can do the work we're being called to do. Okay. Let's see what else here. We also have the 10 of Acorns, or in this case, this is the 10 of Wands. So this is going to be tough. It's going to come with a lot of responsibility, a lot of choices, a lot of thinking, over a lot of thinking. Let's be clear. I don't mean overthinking or overanalyzing. because putting yourself in analysis paralysis is going to be, so it's not going to be where you want to be. But you do have choices to make, and you do have things to puzzle out about this situation. And it's going to take some work. There's some responsibilities on your part that you're going to need to understand and undertake. And that may be difficult, but I do think you have the determination to see it through. I do strongly believe that you as a person will overcome and achieve what you want from this situation, okay? Because you are dedicated, and you're dedicated, and you're open to keep trying for what it is you want, right? 10 of Acorns, our Hanged Man. Okay, we have the Hanged Man as our hidden energy here. Again, there's a change in perspective that needs to come through, and it is starting to do just that. Okay, you've been sensing this shift throughout this whole reading. If you stuck with me this far, there's likely, again, you sensed a shift in your perspective. And while it hasn't been comfortable, it has been necessary. Again, because it's offering you clarity. Okay. It's offering you a chance to reconnect with your joy. And it's starting to happen. It's already been happening. Okay. So there's the Hanged Man. Okay. Hi. Hello. We're getting the Chariot. We're finally clear. We're finally getting clear about our path forward. Excuse me. Oh God. Excuse me. Yeah, we're getting the Chariot coming out as our final card, as our clarifying card. So finally, we know where we're going, we know what we want, and we know how to get there. Boom. I'm gonna set that aside, and we're gonna get into our bonus reading. I don't know what we're gonna get here, but I'm hoping that we either see something that supplements or kind of suggests a new story here. So let's see what we need to see in this bonus. Okay, we have yin yang. Okay, we have phenocite, light of the soul. Okay, excuse me, we have porcupine spirit. This is time for a beginner mind. Okay, and we have the llama, setting clear boundaries and enforcing them. Okay. All right. So there is, I'm getting struck by the sense of balance and light. Okay. Because there's a situation or a time where you have really struggled to find this. And now you're in a place where a lot of the challenges you've come up against have finally loosened, or they've gone away enough that you can really look twice at where you are and see, okay, how am I going to balance this? How am I going to how am I going to find and strike a balance in in my life, in my situation, what is it that I need to know about this so I can really move forward? Okay. And that, yeah, that is also allowing your inner light and your soulfulness to come through. Okay. Um, and it's also a beautiful new period of your life here. But because this is so new and so fresh, it's caused you to realize where you draw the line on certain things. So if there are certain activities that your family expects you to do, you're probably saying, well, maybe in the past I would have done them, but now there's a sense that I'm not totally comfortable or totally at peace with this, and I need to possibly step back or change the nature of this interaction so that we can be okay interacting. And that's what I'm getting from this llama card here. So let's see our tarot, a bonus tarot here. What can we do for a supplement, or let's see our tarot. Let's see our bonus tarot here. Okay, we have the Seven of Swords. Okay, so there's been some undercurrent of challenge. What I mean to say there is that there's under the under the interactions you've had with people, there've been some things that you sensed haven't been straightforward about them, and I'm getting there, going back to this llama card here. Some of the interactions you've had with people haven't been straightforward, whether that's your doing or whether you're sensing that from other people. Watch out here, watch yourself, because whatever motives you might be trying to enact, it won't do you any good to be manipulative of other people or yourself be manipulated. I think that came out right. Be careful, okay? Careful right now. We also have the Four of Cups in reverse. So there are some things that you could be heading into that you have genuinely thought about, right? You've looked at what you've got. You look at the opportunities you're getting, and it sounds good. It sounds really good. Maybe it's just too good to be true. And if that's where you're landing, it probably is. Okay. So again, be careful and watch yourself here. Okay. Trust your instincts and trust your intuition. Okay. We also have the Star. Okay. Don't be afraid to look up at this, don't be afraid to look up. You have your compass. You know what it's going to take to get it to point north. And by north, I mean, you know what it's going to take to point your direction towards your highest good. Again, you have the Seven of Swords and the Four of Cups in reverse. So please watch your situation. Okay. Watch your situation and know that if your compass is misaligning, if your compass is misaligning, there's something in your present situation that is not going to be good for you. Okay. So there's the Star. Okay. And finally, we have the Nine of Crystals. So this is the Nine of Coins. And in this case, if your compass is misaligning and you feel that the security and the abundance that you want for your life is being questioned or threatened or some such thing, it may be time to enact boundaries with other people. Okay. It's a new space, it's a new time for you, and I do feel that you want to make the most of it as you can, which is good, which is important. But you do also have to be very careful. Okay. So that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate having you here. I hope to see you in the next one. But until then, if you want to see more, all of the links, everything you need is in the description. So yeah, get in touch. And we'll see you very soon. I love you lots. Bye, everybody.